Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Coach Golding told me before the game, here at home with this conference opponent and heated rival coming in, this is an opportunity to make a name for themselves in the conference. The SEC is off to a competitive start, and they have got to prove themselves here today. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Deep in the end zone, it's Richardson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Tigers offense that has the first possession of the game. And they'll be met by this defensive front, which can wreak havoc.
And, man, he is going to be tasked at that QB spot with a tremendous challenge. This unit, they're top 10 in sacks, and they're going to be pinning their ears back, flying around like you've watched them on tape. And so, Palmer, when you're a QB, man, you know you're going against guys that can get to you fast, that win, that hit quarterbacks. Like, what's going through your head to start a football game?
You are not going to be able to get through your entire progression. You are going 1 to 2, and if that's not open, you're taking off or you're throwing it away. You better know where your check down throw is each and every time you drop back, because against this pass rush, you are not going to have a lot of time.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. Third down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he was able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving, keep the sticks rolling.
Handoff again. See some running room, and they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Making the adjustment on the play. Straight ahead, it's Cobb. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. They'll give it to Washington. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Looks as if Auburn will have enough for the first down. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Oh, he's got some space. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. The defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the foot.
Just plowing ahead. Headed to the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
And these are the ones that they just add up, and they're so frustrating for a defender. Trust me, I'm a defensive guy. It's just annoying. You get him in third and medium. They're going to pass the football. You play the pass well, but, man, does he have a good feel. And he just pulls it down, and it's almost like he knew exactly where he had to get. Smart scramble. Nice job getting the first down. It was amazing to watch Kejuan Lacey take off last year. Like, he was at Missouri the year before, and you kept...
Intercepted to stop the threat. Looking for more room. The 50. The 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Auburn! The defense putting points on the board.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Back to pass, it's Chambliss. Left side is Haas. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Ole Miss. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on once. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. So here comes the Auburn offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. There he goes. reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards. The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. This time they'll throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Kane. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. He's past the marker. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Good. Got enough space. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. After up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, first and goal. Out wide right, it's Eccles. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. After one quarter of play, let's take a look and see how these running backs are doing. Start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as this defense is making it tough.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. It couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
Quarterback will keep it. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with fourth and goal. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Trying to pound it in. Not going to get there, and the decision to go for it on fourth down does not work. They're backed up. First and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Running inside, it's Lacey. Got the first down. They'll mark him down at the 17, and that'll be enough to move the chains. The Rebels headed quickly to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Back to throw, it's Chambliss. Right side, it's Gill. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He works his way to the 21-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. And the Rebels will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Searching for space. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Hits inside. It's Cobb. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, Auburn. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
Going to try to get it himself. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Cobb. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Out wide right, it's Nimrod. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Pulls it in. It's Singleton.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
Using his feet. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
There's a crease. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. Tough run here. It's Washington. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. And the D denied him on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Ole Miss, 0.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And they make the tackle on the return. There is a penalty marker on the play, and they might be backing up a bit. They'll get a little bonus yardage added on with that face mask penalty, adding 15 to the return. And after they mark off the yardage for the personal foul penalty, it's 1st and 10 for this offense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Punt is on its way. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Brown will throw it. Moving out to the right. The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much in the roughing the passer penalty. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Fresh set of downs going up top. Right side, it's Nimrod. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Changing the routes with his receiver. Open space at the 25. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Auburn hopes to get War Eagle flying in this red zone trip. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Keeping his eyes downfield. Needed a little more oomph to get it there.
Nice job by the quarterback, evading the rush, getting outside the pocket, and then not turning the football over. It's so hard not to try to force the football down the field. Good job. Incompletion, next play.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We begin with Minnesota taking on the number 13 team, the Indiana Hoosiers.
He'll return it. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Rebels offense is back on the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And the Rebels want to move quickly. Now hits it, it's Lacey. He's out past the 35. Turning it on. What a run to get them into enemy territory, and he's out of bounds at the 40. The Rebels with the 1st and 10.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Out wide right, it's Cunningham. As his first catch of the season, they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Right side, it's Gill. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Snaps it, he has to have it. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away, and doing it cleanly. No PI, and as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Quick give. It's Cobb. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for space. It's Cobb. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Brown wants to pass. Rushes on. And it's a sack.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
And the Rebels are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Keeps it on 1st down. Quarterback got it himself. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Shut down and shut out in the 1st half, but finally this offense trying to put something together. Driving forward, it's Lacey. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. There's some room. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. The Rebels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking for the edge. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
And this offense showing off a little diversity, right? Like being able to run that option a different way, get a receiver that can catch the ball on the pitch, confuse the defense enough to create enough opportunity for the QB to keep it and punch it in the end zone.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Out wide right, it's Nimrod. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, it's Cobb. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. They give it to him again. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
That's a really good job by this defense because 2nd and short, a lot of times, you're thinking pass. You're thinking they're going to try to make that big play because they're set up in a good spot. They did a great job still getting penetration, shutting down the run. Now, 3rd and short time. Probably expecting another run again. Who's going to be the most physical team?
Auburn going to work with another 1st down. Brown will throw it. Makes the catch, it's Eccles. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st? The run inside, it's Cobb. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him,
it's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They didn't give him much of him a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. Takes the handoff. It's Lacey. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Right back to it. Here's some daylight. There he goes. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Keeps it. Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Wants to throw one first. Out wide left, it's Gill. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Lacey. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Run in the red zone, it's Lacey. Picked up maybe a yard, it's down at the 16. And the Rebels come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. The corners are walked up tight. Powers inside. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal. Kept his drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Right side, it's high. Touchdown, Rebels. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Out wide right, it's Nimrod. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. He's changing the play. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Second and long here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. He's stopped.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Drives inside. They knock him down, but not before he picks up a first down for Auburn. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. up 2nd and 10. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Brown wants to pass. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
Look out! And they got it.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Complete to start this drive. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. And the Rebels will hustle to the line. Running inside, it's Gill. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets a block. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Right back to the well. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They'll try to pick up this 3rd down and keep the drive moving close to midfield. Ole Miss calls its 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of...
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. They'll give it to Washington. And he's brought down after a short gain. 3rd and long right here. Washington again. He's knocked down immediately, trying to catch them napping on the run and nothing doing. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! And that will extend their lead even further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Fires to the wideout. Left side is Fields. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Right side, it's Cook. At the 45, on his way. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
Man, you got to like these last two plays by this offense. You understand, you're in a deficit. You've got to score multiple times to get back in this football game. Nice job pushing the ball down the field, making explosive plays. They're going to need more of it, and they're going to need it fast.
Out wide left, it's Lacey. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Looking downfield, it's Chambliss. Under pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. He's got the back in the middle. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
The snap sets up to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
And they desperately needed that touchdown. Now it's miracle time. We got to kick this onside kick and somehow find a way to boot a long field goal and maybe win this thing at the buzzer.
And the extra point was good. First things first, they have to recover the onside kick, and then they'll have time for probably just one play.
And how about the onside kick team coming through for your ball club? Down 3, you got to get the football late in this ball game. They get the ball now with a chance to maybe tie it or go win this thing. Great execution.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Here's a throw downfield late. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. They get the W, and with that being win number